Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to show you how to paint 5 easy floral designs using watercolors. So let's start with the first one. And we're gonna paint some branches of lavender, like the ones you see on Instagram, very popular. So let's just start penciling in a couple of curved shapes for the stalk of the lavender flower. As per usual in this channel, we don't like to be precise, so feel free to draw whatever shape you kind of like. Using a purple color, or you can use a blue as well. I kind of don't want to give you a specific color to use, just to give you freedom and the instrument to create these lovely designs. Dab your brush following the shape on the top half of the stalk that you just draw. Again, you don't need to be precise, just use plenty of color and plenty of water in your brush. As I mentioned, I don't want to give you extremely precise direction. I want to give you the instrument to create your own designs. And then you can use this to make beautiful greeting cards or just little illustrations to share on Instagram or wherever. Just a touch of green for the stalk, and then using a wet brush with just plain water and a little bit of a contrasting color, just go in and smudge those flowers that you just painted. This will give you that dreamy effect that is so popular right now. At the end, I like to splash some color with my very wet brush, just to give it a little bit of freedom as well. Our second design, for sure you've seen this billions of times, is a little bunch of flowers. So just to repeat the shapes that you've just done with the lavender flower, plus add a little long leaf-like shape. Again, this doesn't need to be precise or exactly like I've done. Just feel free and get creative. Using your pencil, just draw little bunchy flower shapes. It's quite difficult to describe, but you get it from the image. And as per pencil, I'm just using a regular 2HB Staedtler. Choose the color you want and slap some color very wetly on the top of the flowery shape that you just made. A good suggestion here is to keep consistent with the colors. I'm using a very cold palette, so using a purple, a blue, and a cold red. Go creative, splash color on the paper, don't be afraid of making any mistakes, this will result beautifully. Using some dark cold green, I'm now filling in the leaves and the stalks. And that's basically it for the second design as well. For our third design, we will draw some ginkgo leaves. And again, these are very Instagrammable. So draw half of a leaf or a U shape. And then starting from the bottom where the stalk is, just draw parallel lines. Don't need to be precise. Draw a larger one, a thinner one, as you feel. And this will create the effect of a ginkgo leaf. watercolor, just draft very carefully the perimeter of your leaf, just the edges. When they're still quite wet, now draft the lines inside the leaves. Again, you don't really need to be super precise here, just try to stay on the pencil lines. Using the same technique that we have seen before, with a very wet brush, just dab a little bit of water inside to smudge together those lines. When it dries, it will create the exact effect of a ginkgo leaf. Our fourth design, some poppies. Draw with your pencil some squiggly lines. You can do straight lines or curved lines. Just try to figure a way to create a nice composition, an harmonious composition. I like to add a little bud, which is nothing but just a bell shape, and then with your brush, very saturated brush, just drag little fun shapes. 1, 2 or 3, depending on the amount of petals that you want to see. And that's basically it for the flower. A suggestion here is to try and drag the color down to the bottom where the stalk meets the petals. This because when you will color in the stalk, some of the green paint or blue paint or whichever color you want to do the stalk will blend into the flower, creating a beautiful, quite realistic effect. As I mentioned, just paint the stalk using your green. Again, here I'm using a cooled red, so I'm using a very cool green as well. Or you can use a green adding a little bit of blue or gray. And that's it for the fourth design too. And lastly, a very popular leaf-like design. I don't quite know what type of flower this is, but I've seen this over and over on Instagram and Pinterest, so I decided to try and recreate it. Just draw egg shapes with your pencil. Again, we don't need to be super precise, just get the feeling. Put them one after the other, like it was a plant, and don't be afraid to overlap them. Just be careful to erase the ones who's on the bottom. When you are done with your egg shapes, just draw your stalk vertically, and that's it for the drawing. For all these 5 designs, I like to keep the pencil marks in. This gives a very modern type of feeling. Using your color of choice, now paint the edges, the perimeters of each single leaf. Draw all the perimeters before and let it slightly dry. You don't need to get the paint too dry. When you are done, just use your very wet brush and dab the color inside the leaves. This will merge all the colors together, creating a very nice and appealing effect. Again, leave some white space and don't be precise with filling your leaves. The matching color for the stalk, then some splashes of the same color or a contrasting color if you prefer, and you're done. I really hope you enjoy this little tutorial, and if you recreate these 5 designs, please share with me. Follow my account if you liked it. This will massively help my account, and you can find all my art on my website irishfromart.com. And I'll see you very soon. As long.